Okay, let's do FX now. All right, let's start the Eurodollar. Okay, and if you look at the daily chart, it looks like a uptrend, isn't it? A nice volatile uptrend because there's nice pullbacks, but it's making a series of higher highs, higher lows, another higher high, and another higher low. Okay, nice convergence. There's no divergence on MACD. Okay, so MACD and the price is agreeing. Key support level 1.11. Okay, I'm looking at 1.11 very keenly. And if you look at the 4-hour chart, okay, looking more like a bullish flag pattern, consolidating here. You can see that there's a bit of a trend line resistance here. I can draw a channel. Okay, but I'm very keen at this 1.11 area. Okay, if it comes back down here, all right, there's a possibility for a long opportunity. Stop loss would be below this swing low here, somewhere here. Okay, and hopefully I can target the previous high somewhere here. Okay, but looking like a nice bullish flag on the 4-hour chart. 1-hour chart, all right, the market has made a bit, see, not surprisingly, once it hit about 1.11 or 1.110, the market just bounced back up here. Okay, I missed this entry even though I was eyeing for it. Okay, so let's see what happens here. But the 1-hour chart seems that the market wants to reverse to the upside already. Just be a bit more patient because it's fighting off a resistance level here. Okay, so one thing that you might want to do if it comes, depends on risk to reward, but if it comes somewhere lower, okay, there's a bit of a opportunity here, low stop loss, and you can target the previous high around 1.220 or so. Okay, because the daily chart, based on moving average, everything still looks good to the upside. Okay, that's the Eurodollar for you. Of course, buying everything, don't forget to check a calendar, okay, because ECB news might change the whole story. All right, but looking good to the upside for the Eurodollar. In fact, most of Euro pairs you can see the same story. Let's go to dollar yen now. Oh yeah, before I talk about all the currency pairs, I forgot. I wanted to start talking more about the dollar index first. Okay, so we have this thing called the US dollar basket. And I think it's pretty useful to look at the US dollar basket, even though if you're not trading it, just to understand where the US dollar in particular is moving. And then from there, you can plan your trades. Because obviously, if the US dollar or the dollar basket is moving up, means the dollar is going to be strong, means your pairs like the Euro dollar, pound dollar, Aussie dollar might drop. You get the correlation. So it's good to have a quick glance at the DX to see what it's doing. So if you look at the DX, what does this look to you? Up, down, or sideways? Yeah, it's a bit more down, isn't it? So very key lower low here. Okay, broke the channel, broke the previous low. Right now we might go towards 900, or let me just do more. Yeah, right now where we are around the 9750 area is a key resistance level to me. Okay, we might make a push down back to the previous low around 9650 or so. Okay, that's the daily chart. If you look at the 4-hour chart, all right, you can see that this level here was respected resistance. Okay, it's consolidating, so you can see a bit of a bearish flag, isn't it? It's consolidating upwards, and then from there it might drop back to the previous low. Okay, so next few days, dollar might be weak again. Dollar might be weak again, and if dollar continues to be weak, means most of the dollar pairs might start going up. Okay, so just now my analysis for Euro dollar might materialize the next few days if the DX falls from here. Okay, so let's take a look at dollar yen right now. Where's my dollar yen? Okay. All right. So dollar yen, like I think I showed you this before, right? If you zoom out, okay, I'm looking at this big fat consolidation, but this is a very long-term view. But if you zoom in closely, okay, You can see that actually overall the market is quite in a sideways mode, isn't it? What I'm keen to look out for if the market revisits 110. Okay, this for me is a key support area just because of all these touches here. Of course, the whole number, but this is a very key level. Okay, in fact, it's stuck in a range between 110 and around 112. Okay, stuck in the 200 pip range also. Anything between, I'm not too keen. Okay, but anything near 110, I already set my price alarm there. Anything there, looking for long entries. Okay, possible long entries. Let me see whether there's any other trend line I can draw. Nah, let's just stick to this analysis. Okay, so I'm just looking for this 110, resistance 112. Nothing much on dollar yen, just this free level. The lower the time frame you go, the messier it gets to me. So if you zoom out, okay, you can see that this whole thing just consolidating, not the nicest looking or most straightforward looking pattern, which is why I'm only looking at these two levels, 110 and closer to 112. Okay, that's the dollar yen for you. Let's have a look right now at the Aussie dollar. Again, if you guys have any pairs, please shout out, yeah? Now, Aussie dollar, I just want to take your attention to this level again. We revisited it in March. I think I mentioned it in my couple webinars back. Okay, if you see a level like that, especially on a daily chart, right? Okay, it's good to just put the price alarm, and if the price hits there, all right, these are very, very strong levels to watch out for. Okay, because if you see a chart, especially a daily chart testing so many times, I know there's a few false breakouts here. Okay, more often than not, when the price comes to this level, high probability that it will drop again. And one strategy that you might want to deploy, which is a very, very simple strategy, based more on longer term chart, like daily chart, or maybe the shortest term I'll say you can go is 4 hours, is basically look out for levels like that, whereby it's respected many times. All right, all you have to do is place a price alarm there. If the market gets there, okay, you can enter a short position based on the resistance, stop loss at the previous high. You can take the previous high here, or if you're a bit more conservative, you can take a higher high from this high. And that's it. Simple as that. But what you're trading on is basically long-term charts that are in the high probability support and resistance level. As simple as that. Okay, but you must see something like that whereby it's very clear, touched many, many times. Okay, the Aussie dollar, the one level that I got in was around here, around the 7725 level. My stop loss was above the previous high around the 7780. So that's about 50 pip stop loss. Okay, but my target was back to support around here. Okay, I think that was about a 1:2 kind of risk to reward. Okay, but it's a very simple trade plan. And in fact nowadays, because especially if you're busy, right, just stick to your longer term charts and try to plan trades like that. Okay, but right now what the Aussie dollar is doing is that you look at this level here. Okay, it's really not surprising that the market reacted from this support, and this support here. That's why it bounced back up. Okay, if you zoom in a bit more, okay, you can see how it bounced back up. Now the key level to me right now is this line here. Okay, anywhere between the 74.20 area. Let me just adjust the line a bit. Okay, so you see this zone area here, resistance, support, support, support. So this whole area here, to me, is support. All right, the market bounced back from key level support. All right, almost recovered from the previous swing low. And this support here is key to me. Okay, high chance that we might make a push back to the 75 level. High chance. All right, so if you look at the daily, just the daily chart, and if you look at the 1 hour chart, okay, you can see it bottoming somewhere around the 74.20. Right now, it's still in some kind of range. Okay, but for me, if it breaks the 74.50 clearly, all right, we are looking at close to the 75 level, somewhere here. Okay, that is the Aussie dollar for you. Euro dollar shooting up now, is it, Mac? Let me see. Huh. Any news? Not the way it moved. There might be some news. I don't know. Let me check my Forex factory calendar. Is any other FX pairs that you guys have in mind? Feel free to shout out. Yeah, no news on the horizon. Nothing major at least. It is what it is. Yep, it is what it is. I mean, if it's short up, it's short up. Doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter to me. I'm more keen to take a long closer to 1.1, and I missed this opportunity. When was it? Today. So be it. Yep. Because right now, even though it shoots up, what can I do? It's close to the resistance of the channel. Am I keen to short? No, because it's not a key level. The key level I'm looking at is closer to 1.11 or back to the previous high of around 1.24, no, 1.125 or so. That's it. Anything between, not interested. Okay, you guys got any pairs that you want me to look out for? Have I spoken about pound dollar? Okay, let's take a look at pound dollar. Okay, let me look at pound dollar, right? Okay. Interestingly, I just want you to just take a look at the weekly chart. Okay, what do you see in the weekly chart? Okay, what do you see in the pound dollar weekly chart? Okay, the weekly chart, you can see that there's a significant higher high being made, isn't it? Yeah, uptrend. Yes, turn. Yeah, exactly, Sunil. It has turned. So you can see a series of higher high, higher low compared to this low, another higher low compared to this low, and there's a potential higher low here again, back at the previous support near the 12700 area. Okay, and so the bulls are coming to play. Of course, you got to still pay attention on June 8 UK elections, right? I mean, right now there's not much fanfare around it, but you never know. You never know. Okay, so just pay attention to that date, June 8th. But if you look at the weekly chart, you can see that it's definitely make a turn to the upside. And to me, the key support level is around these two lines here, 12700 to 12770. Okay, so these two levels are key support to me, and there's a trendline support as well here. All right, so I'm very keen to see what happens around this area. I know we have reacted from it already, but to me, if it falls back anywhere around this area, right, there is a trade to take it back up to the previous high around the 129 area or so. Okay, but and only if it comes back closer to support. Okay, let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. Okay, so it did come back down here, I think last week, and then today, this morning, it made a high low and it's trying to push up. Okay, but I'm going to be patient. Okay, if I'm not in it, if I missed it, so be it. But I'm looking anywhere around here. Hopefully, you can make a lower low stop, and from there, can make a push higher again. Okay, but let's see what happens. Okay, but definitely on the pound, keen upside. Then you see you've been shorting the pound since last week. Oh yeah, yeah. You're talking about this move down, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's good trading there. Do you see the pound weakness in the pound moving forward? In terms of the pound dollar, as long as we live above this support level, then it's still bullish to me. Okay, because I'm just taking reference from the daily chart. Daily chart still looks slightly more bullish. Okay, but the key level supports around 127 to 127.70 or so. Yep. So it depends on which is your chart reference point and what you're planning to do. Okay, but I'm keen to look out for once it comes back close to the 12750 area. So this circle. Any more room for pound yen to go to the downside? Let me have a look. Pound yen. Okay, let's go to pound yen daily chart first. So pound yen had a nice move up. So you see this kind of move, what they call it again? Non-volatile. And when it comes to non-volatile moves like that, try to go to lower time frame to find support levels to buy up, or try to place stop buy levels to capitalize on the breakout to the upside on the shorter term time frames. Okay. So what it's done is that after this strong move, it consolidated to downside. So let's see where we are right now. Okay, it's not the nicest trending market, right? This is just one swing up. Okay, so it's very abrupt the way the market moves on pound yen. Let's see. Okay, now you see this line across here. There's a lot of support around the 14200, around the 14200. Okay, so on the daily chart, the market has got up. Okay, has corrected almost 50% of the move. However, 142 to me looks like a key support level. Okay, if you look at the 4-hour chart, market still in a downtrend. Okay, try to consolidate, make a lower low, lower high. Interestingly though, it's made some form of a double top. Sorry, double bottom. In fact, some of you can say this is a slight lower low. Okay, but if you look at the MACD, there's a high low here. So high low MACD, lower low price is actually a bullish divergence. All right. So there's a chance that we might fall back close to 142. Okay, but let's see whether we can take a long here, stop loss below the previous low, and whether we can push it back up, at least back to the near the 144 area. That's almost like 100 over pips. All right, so that is a possible trade plan, the pound yen, if you come back around this close to 142 level. Okay, maybe you can take it back up because it is sitting at the key support level. Whether the market can bounce back up all the way to the previous highs, I'm not sure. But if you take it a good support level, at least you can target the next level of resistance, which is around the 142, 143 level. Yep. Okay, Gary. Oh, you have a short trade. If you have a short trade, then you got to have a heads up. You should have a heads up on the 142 level. Because to me, if you look out, right, 142 is a pretty strong level. See, especially this resistance here. Yep, there's all kinds of resistance, support, resistance, so 142. Yep, so you might want to consider closing it. Especially how the 4-hour chart sort of like bounced up as well. So you can see the, even if you look at the 1-hour chart, right, it made a significant lower low, but right now this push lower, the whole move has been almost reversed. Alright, so if it bounce back here, then you might be a bit careful. Okay? Right, any other pairs that you guys are looking at? If not, I'll wrap up for the evening. Okay, there's nothing. Okay, if there's nothing else, then thank you so much for coming by. I hope you guys understand in terms of how I analyze the charts, and you can incorporate some of my techniques or strategy into your own trading. Once again, always trade with care, and always, remember to be mindful of your trading habits, because that will be crucial in forming the kind of trader that you are. Okay, so thank you so much for coming by for today's session. I'll see you in 2 weeks time. Happy trading. Good night, everyone. Take care.